I'm Nicole Hacault with Royal LePage Top Producers, and for today's Local Business of the Week, I'm here with Melanie Parent of Melanie Parent Events.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Of course. So tell us, what is your business?
So my business, as you mentioned, is Melanie Parent Events. I've been in business for about 4.5 years now. We do local weddings, events, corporate, personal celebrations, birthdays, etc.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
So how long have you been doing this now?
So it's been about 4 years. I went full-time about 3 years ago. And so now, since then, we've built our team. We've got a group of girls. We've got a lead coordinator. And so we've really taken off, and it's been a lot of fun.
You've grown.
Yes, it's been great. So, and we have some big ideas for the future. And so I'm excited to see where this goes.
That's very exciting.
Yeah, it is.
And now, how did you get into this? What made you how did your passion for this evolve, and why did you want to have a business like this?
That's a great question. So honestly, it just started off like most businesses do. It was more of a hobby, more of a passion, an interest in the planning, organization side of things. So I got to do a lot of organizing in my corporate job, but there wasn't that creative side.
Okay.
And so I started event planning. After doing my own wedding and really enjoying it, I decided to take a couple courses. I'm WPIC certified, so I did all of the back end stuff. And then I really started enjoying it. I started to branch out a little bit more, outside the whole friend group, and started getting more and more inquiries. And so I decided to take it a little bit more seriously and really, branch out and get as much information as possible from people, do the whole website thing, and then really elevate it and take it full time. And then, so yeah. That's cool. Yeah, it's been great.
So I feel like being a wedding planner is probably like every person's dream job. Like I feel like a lot of girls would want to do that, right?
Yeah.
But what's something that maybe they don't know that you do? That's unexpected. What are those little things that you kind of do that nobody would know that you do?
So, well, that's the thing. It seems like glamorous in a sense on the outside, but on the day of the event, it can be very stressful. We're there. If you don't know what you're doing, it can be quite stressful if someone is taking that on for you. So there's just so many behind the scenes that is happening throughout a day. Yes, we have a timeline, and yes, we have a game plan, and we've got our plan A's and our plan B's. But sometimes we need to execute plan F, and you need someone there that's able to do that on your behalf, right?
And not the bride and groom.
Exactly. And so, but you also need someone who understands that when you're making those changes and you're making those decisions, who is it affecting? And so you need to make sure that when you're thinking this through, that you're also considering every other vendor's needs and how that will affect them, while still keeping the couple as the forefront. And so, yes, there's so many things behind the scenes that happen on a wedding day, so that, we're always trying to be one step ahead. So having all those plans in place, but also understanding the venue, the vendors, logistically how this will affect the day itself if we make those changes. Which is why it's so important that you build a good relationship with your clients so that they feel confident in your decision making, so that you can make those decisions on their behalf on the day. So there is so much behind the scenes that happens that clients will never know about, that we're always putting out fires, and we're always making sure that, everything is running smoothly and that everyone's well taken care of, behind the scenes as much as on the forefront and what people really see.
Yeah. Okay. And now, I guess let's talk about costs a little bit.
Yes.
Because I think there might be a general perception that maybe you can't afford a wedding planner, or that it's, it's beyond something for your wedding. So tell me what scale of weddings you do, and what kind of costs and how you figure that out.
Yes. So in terms of what's budgets we will work with, we've done weddings that are $15,000, and we've done weddings as high as $100,000. So, and that one's a fun one to flag. We had lots of fun with that one. So, it's all relative, right? So yes, you might have $100,000 budget, but if you have, 500, 600, 700 guests, a lot
Yeah.
less, or you could have, you know, a $15,000 budget but only 30 guests.
Yeah.
So it's all relative. So we can work with any client budget, because what we do is we make sure that the expectations are very clear in terms of what you're going to get for that money, right? So that's one thing. But in terms of what we charge for planners, like you said, there is that stigma that planners are out of reach if you don't have a big high-end budget, whatever that might be. That's not the case. Planners will actually save you money. So investing in a planner in the long run will help you and guide you, because your planner will be able to guide you into what will give you the biggest bang for your buck.
Yeah.
What is an actual, what does a photographer cost, a videographer cost, what are florals cost? We'll be able to tell you that yes, that quote that you received is fair market value.
Yeah.
Versus no, we can get that for a lesser cost elsewhere, or we could spend your dollars more wisely by investing in A, B, or C. So because we do this for a living, we just see things a little bit differently, and we're able to educate the clients a little bit better. But when clients work with myself, they also get preferred vendor discounts.
Yeah.
And so that's a huge cost savings. We team up with some of the best people in Winnipeg. These are people that I trust and I've worked with multiple times that are just extending savings onto my clients. And so that's a huge perk. And I mean, you can save hundreds and hundreds that way as well. In terms of what we charge for weddings and events, how we do it is we don't have a set rate, just because each wedding is so different. Like, yes, we might have the same, you know, all the weddings will have, you know, food and a dance party and this and that, and some flowers, but it varies from person to person. So what we need to find out before we can give you a price on your event is how many guests are attending, what location are we working with, do we have a ceremony and a reception location, or is it all under one roof, how many vendors are coming in to your event, are we bringing in chairs, linens, are we, you know, doing ceiling installs, are we doing pipe and drape in the whole room? Like, those are all things that we now need to manage with the venue. And so there's just more logistical challenges and more work that's involved into organizing all of that. Are we dealing with, you know, a 100-person wedding or 400 people? That also will indicate if we need extra hands on staff that day, if we need extra assistance. Those all play a factor. How long will our day be? Are we doing, you know, a 6-hour day, a 12-hour day? Like, what's the setup looking like in the morning? Do we need to bounce back and forth between two venues? So there's so many things that we take into consideration when we price our services, because it's just not fair to say it's this cost and someone who has, you know, 100 more guests than the next is paying the same. Because we don't want you guys paying, we know weddings are expensive enough as it is. We don't want you paying for something you don't need. And with that being said, we also have a variety of packages, right? So we can kind of play around and fit into any budget depending on how much work, the scope of work that we're going to take on your behalf. So we do have the flexibility in that sense to kind of play with the budget and work within your means. Yeah.
Awesome. So do you have anything else that you would love for River Park South Winnipeg to know about you? Any fun facts, anything like that?
Honestly, my biggest advice when you're meeting with a planner is meet with at least two planners. Your planner, it's like your photographer. That person is in your face all day. That person is by your side the whole day. You need to feel comfortable and confident in the person that you choose to do the job. Because like I said, we're making decisions on your behalf. So we need to know that you're comfortable with us, and that you trust us fully. So it is important, you know, make sure to reach out to two people, you know, sit down with both of them. Because like I said, we don't get do-overs. It's a one chance. So I want to make sure that you guys are happy with it. But about us, like, we want to have a good time. We want you guys to enjoy your day. We want you to feel like a guest at your wedding. So it's just, that's our main goal, is for you guys to feel like you're the guest of honor at your event and you're not being pulled in a million directions. Fun facts, I mean, we're easygoing, and, you know, we like to have wine with our meetings and enjoy ourselves and enjoy our time. So, we would love to just sit down with you guys, see how we can help, and just tell you a little bit more about us.
Okay. Awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So that's our local business of the week. We've got all the info on the screen there for you, so you can reach out and start planning your next wedding or event.
Amazing. Thank you so
Okay,
much. I
you're
appreciate
welcome.
it.
Okay, take care.